V3 PDL. I'm first.
Right on the dot, 8 o'clock. Okay, then. Good evening and welcome. This is VA3 CJZ, opening the Amateur Radio Exchange Group, AREG, for Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. This is week 1,444 weeks that the AREG has been on the air. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton, below the escarpment. This informal simplex net, originally founded by John VE3JSU, is on every Wednesday night, starting at 8 p.m. and ending at 10 p.m. local time here on 146.430. While this is a simplex net, it is likely that not everyone will be able to hear everyone else. This should not discourage you from participating, and it may encourage some of you to improve your station. Keep in mind that relaying communications has a long history in amateur radio, and so we encourage the practice of asking for a relay when a station is unable to hear the other party or to pass on a message. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just put my call sign in the search box, VA3CJZ, and look for us live. Okay, and we ask that you please try and leave a 2 to 3 second delay between transmissions to allow other stations to break in. May I now have check-ins for this week's AREG?
BGNP. I beat you, Garnet.
You're just a beach ball, short and round.
Okay, well, I did hear Paul check in at 8 o'clock before I asked for call-ins, but we'll give it to him tonight. VE3PDL. Good evening, Paul. How are you?
Next week, I'm going to be checking in at 7:59.
I'm doing great now that I got Gardner all upset. Just made my day. Now I don't have to give him any rusty French fries.
Yeah, there you go. Well, everybody's got their vice, right?
No, I don't have one. I sold mine, $25. Cheap, yard sale. Anyways.
Yeah, geez. $25 now, you can't even buy a case of beer with. I remember the days when you could do that. Bring your empties in and $20 or something, and you could get a case of beer. Not so much anymore. What is it now? $50?
$40 for my Coors Light, anyway.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Paul drinks discounted beer.
Oh, I see. That's it. Okay, very good. Anything new and exciting with you there, Paul?
No, just that I would request that you put Garnet to the end of the list today. We took a vote before the net, and everybody else that's about to check in came to the conclusion that Garnet should go last.
Well, technically, the list that I have now, he is last.
Good point. See, you're last, Garnet. Anyways, chuckles enough. Here we go. Over to you, sir. V3PDO.
Okay, very good then. Chuckles it is. Anyhow, very good. Okay, Garnet, it was a close tie. What can I say? You can't be number one all the time.
That's my puppy. She'll say I'm number one in her life. Anyways, don't listen to that beach ball. That beach ball, he don't know what he's doing. He just bounces around and that kind of stuff. And he drinks discounted beer, Coors Light. That's why his beer's only $40, eh? We get a discount. It's secondhand beer.
Maybe it's beach beer that go with the beach ball belly.
Probably, but it's secondhand beer.
You're getting raw French fries.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I smashed my car up taking his radio up to him up the mountain, Wentworth and King.
Oh no! So now you're laying the blame on him.
Well, this was last Wednesday. I got a rental. I got a 2021 Ford Explorer. Nice truck. Nice view to it.
Oh yeah, probably gave you a brand new one.
Yeah, it's got like 5,000 Ks on it.
Oh, okay. The lowest mileage I ever had, I think, was when I rented a car in Florida. 160, 180 miles on it. Yeah, that was nice.
It can't be 160 miles. Convert that over to kilometers. That's what, 70,000, 80,000.
Listen, back in 1981, okay, it was miles.
I'm just a young boy. I don't remember the imperial system.
Yeah, wasn't that fun, eh? When one day my math teacher announces to the class, guess what? We're going to be learning the metric system. Okay, someone did key up their microphone, but no audio. Sounded like they were eating their dinner off the plate there. Anybody else want a break or check in? Please come now. All right, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Indy Mike Whiskey. You guys got to stop this treble key-up thing. Crazy. Anyways, good evening, Chuck.
Hey, good evening. I'm sorry, what? The triple key-up? Was that what you were saying?
Yeah, you guys were having a virtual three-way. How was it for you?
It was pretty good. Only had 2 check-ins when I first called out, so we ran with it for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and you tried to give a call out, and there was buzz whacking. Anyways, another wonderful Wednesday check-in with Chuck. So, what's up, Chuck? What's the modus operandi? What's the question of the day?
I don't know if I have a question of the day. I have many questions. Let's see. For example, I thought today was a very nice day, although I saw a red flash across my screen saying we had an air quality advisory. And as you know, I live very close to the Center Mall, and I didn't feel anything when I was outside. And but you know, air does rise, I guess, and I understand a lot of times when the pollution is high, it reaches the escarpment where you guys live there. So didn't feel it down here. So how about anybody else there? Did you feel anything different in the air today?
Comment?
Phil Collins said once, I can feel it coming in the air tonight. But nonetheless, from the prevailing winds out of the west, northwest, the good news is that the gooey mess that usually triggers these big, nasty warnings is to the east of us. So, nope, everything was good here. And I took great pleasure in taking a little waddle outside and caught some fresh air and watched the dog run around in the backyard after too many Zoom meetings and phone calls and all kinds of stuff that had me shackled to my computer all day long. So it's nice for it to be turned off, and we're dealing with non-technological communication devices. Just radio waves and some good old boys having a rag chew. anyways, I'll let you carry on. I'm sure there's going to be lots more people. So Garnett's number 2, and make sure you wipe and flush. I'll be listening along. I'll be here for the duration.
No problem.
Okay, there was a comment in there. Go ahead there, comment.
Very good, Chuck. I just wanted to throw in there because you may have forgotten, but on this day in 1925, Hamilton, Ontario was the very first city in Canada to have a street light. Red, yellow, and green street light. We were the very first city in all of Canada to get one.
No, yeah, that's right. I thought I did mention it last week, but I may have forgotten. I was aware of it because that came up there. But anyways, thanks for that there, Paul. Yeah. Do you remember what year?
1925.
Comment.
Okay, and we have a comment. Go ahead, comment.
I think he means a traffic light.
Traffic light, stoplight. Yeah, okay. Split hairs there. Figures people from Oakville, eh? You're a funny guy, Steve.
All right. Well, that sounded like Steve, VE3TOE. You check it in there, Steve? Okay, I guess not. All right. Going back to Mac there, thank you very much, sir. Glad that you're away from the stressful environment of being stuck to your computer and doing Zoom meetings and whatnot there. I am thankful I don't have to go through that, but hey, that's why they pay you the big bucks. Anyhow, glad to have you aboard. I'm sure we'll have lots more to talk about throughout the evening. And if you do hear Art in there, if you could jump in there, please, and let us know, we'll log him in as well.
Yeah, I'll keep an ear to the ground and let you know if I hear anything. Roger that. Back to you.
Okay, very good then. Let's see if anybody else would like to check into the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton near Center Mall. Any check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo uniform.
Okay, I hear Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Bravo uniform. Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well, Chuck. It's Brad over here in Burlington. Just checking in, say hello. Not much going on my side. Just a little bit of work outside in the sun today. That's about it. Wait to see what happens on the 2nd. All that fun jazz. Pretty much it for me. 73.
Oh, yeah. Very good there, Brad. Sounding good today. Have you changed microphones or something?
No change on my end whatsoever. Must just be conditions.
Yeah, I'm looking at the screen there. You're flickering between 25 and 30 units there, just maxing me out on the bars on the meter here. So very good job. And yeah, today there was only a humidity level of 33%, people. They said it was going to be warm, and I didn't find it that warm, and I didn't have any problem with the air. How about on your side there, Brad?
It was a beautiful day to be outside, hanging out, sitting at a table. No issues at all. It's the perfect temperature. This is my time of year to be doing stuff outside. Not too hot, not too cold.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Once it starts approaching 27, 28, I'm starting to get good, as long as the humidity stays down. Once that humidity starts rising there, it's tough for me to breathe, especially when the temperature goes over, 35 with the humidex there, 40, 42. Yeah. Anyhow, all right, sir. Nothing new and exciting with you there. Looking forward to the big breakout at not the end of the month, but I guess on the 2nd.
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen at the 2nd and we've seen what that means over the last year. Yeah, I agree with the temperature. Once it gets much past the 25s with the humidex, it gets hard to do anything. That's why I have a boat and I go down the lake.
I am jealous. I am jealous. Well, it'd probably be a beautiful evening to do that tonight. It says here it's 22 degrees. I'm assuming that's the airport temperature. And yeah, what's the wind? 9 to 14 k, something like that. 6 to 9, that says. Calm. Wow. Yeah, it'd be nice to be on a boat now. Are they letting boats in the water now?
I should clarify. My boat is about 4 hours north of me right now. Little lake up there, fishing boat. So I have no idea what the conditions are yet. Haven't been up there yet.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure lots of people. I heard back in February that all the provincial campgrounds in Ontario were pretty much booked up for the year back in February. So, people that were smart enough to book ahead will have a place to go this year.
Well, it's not actually people booking it that far ahead. There's a couple of companies that have realized about the rules for campgrounds. You could book so far ahead, and then you're allowed to transfer for no fee from one person to another. So there's a couple of people got together, or a few people got together, I don't know how many, and they basically bought up every campsite that they could find in the province ahead of time, and now they're selling them off online and on Kijiji and whatnot at inflated prices.
Wow, that's crazy. Crazy smart. Wow, hey, that's like ticket scalpers had to find a new way to make money, eh? That's ingenious.
Yeah, but the parks are talking about changing the rules on them now and not letting the transfers or instituting a fee for the transfers. That'll hurt if they do that. So who knows what's going to happen with it.
Yeah, exactly. All right there, Brad. Thanks for sharing that with us. And wish you have a great rest of the evening. And thank you for taking the time out to check in with us. Anything else before we move along?
No, I'll put it back to you, Chuck. Might listen in for a few minutes, but then probably head back upstairs. Cheers, 73.
Okay, cheers there, Brad. Once again, great signal and good audio. VA3 CBU, Brad in Burlington. And like I mentioned earlier, we are streaming live also on YouTube. Just put my call sign into the search box, VA3CJZ, and look for us live there. This is Victor Alpha 3 Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. Okay. All right. Well, then I guess we can start doing a couple of announcements. There are a couple of contests coming up this weekend. There's the YOTA. I think that's for young people. And next week there's going to be one for the YLs. And you can check all that out on contestcalendar.com and see what's coming up. There's Hamvention QSO Party this weekend for 12 hours on May 22nd, starting at 1200 Zulu time to 2400 Zulu time. So there's that. And let's see, what else? Oh, we do have on this day. Geez, there's a lot of people that were born on this day. George St. Pierre, a mixed martial arts fighter, was born on this day in 1981. Phil Rudd, the Australian rock drummer for AC/DC, born in Melbourne, Victoria, in 1954 on this day. Joey Ramone, 1951 on this day, lead singer of the punk rock band, the Ramones. Andre the Giant, born in 1946, born in Grenoble, France. 1946, Andre the Giant. Peter Townsend has a birthday today in 1945. As you know, was with the band Who. And let's see, Malcolm X in 1925. And Ho Chi Minh was born in 1890. And also Jacqueline. Oh no, that was yeah. Well, no, she passed away on this day, 1994. My mistake, not a birthday. Okay. Well, let's try one more time and see if anybody else is out there would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ taking check-ins. Please come now.
VE3 Lima Delta Zulu. Good evening there, Chuck.
Larry, good evening, sir. Welcome. VE3 Lima Delta Zulu. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad, you know. Finally got some nice weather. Out there working away, cutting dandelions down, you know, usual.
Oh, yeah, the dandelions are strong right now, I'll tell you. But it's just for a short time. They do come back a little bit later, though, right?
Oh, they're there all summer long.
Oh, okay. Okay. I do notice they come strong in the spring and then it kind of ease out and then it kind of comes back later in the summer, in my neighborhood anyways.
Yeah, we're usually out there cutting fields and fields of yellow dandelions. Fields.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be allergic to them and have that job. Oh.
Well, it's when those little, when they flower and go to seed, you start running that stuff over and it gets everywhere. In your hair, up your nose, in your ears, behind your glasses.
Yep. Oh, for sure. And anyhow, I got a great signal on you there, Larry, but I think you're either starting to lower your voice volume or you are further and further away. I keep having to turn the volume up here, so I don't want the next person to blast me, but just try and remember to speak up a little bit or get a bit closer.
Hey, am I blasting you? V3WKG.
No, sir, you're not blasting at all. It's sounding good. Kevin, we'll log you in there as well.
Yeah, just sitting on the veranda here having a beer. Thought I'd give you another bean for the pot there.
Well, thank you there, Kevin. Much appreciated, sir. A little bit of a slow start this week on the AREG net, but hey, you know, like everybody's saying, it's a gorgeous evening. I was out there just before the net with my my pooch and enjoying the beautiful beautiful weather out there. So yeah, and it's no wonder there aren't you know, more. That's why there's not too many people checking in here, wanting to see the sun go down. It's great.
Oh yeah, for sure. First day I had to put the air conditioner in the window, got it going. I can hear it running here behind me, but I've been on the porch all day drinking beer. I'm just sitting on the porch with your neighbor Gordy there. And I see across the street about 30 feet of cable line hanging down across the road. Somebody folded it all up and put it on Elvis's porch or on their lawn. But yeah, this morning the big truck went by and took down the cable line.
Yeah, I was wondering if that was today or yesterday because I saw transport go by yesterday going up to Ottawa Street, and I'm like, what the hell is he doing here?
Oh, that's the one that took it down. I thought it was this morning. I didn't notice it yesterday. But this morning I come out to the porch, I seen an old girl, a really old woman going by. She was scared to walk over it. She didn't know if it was a live hydro wire or what. And then I went in the house, and then I come out and I see it's all folded up and put on the line, or put on the lawn there. I feel like going and cutting it down. That makes a good, that's 75 ohm coax. When Bell or Cogeco, I think it's a Cogeco line, when they come around, they're just going to cut it down and put a new one anyhow.
Oh, guaranteed. Yeah. Go ahead, get your cutters out and go grab it if it's already coiled up.
Yeah, it's dangling from the tree across the road. It ain't dangling down about 10 feet or so, 12 feet, then all coiled up. But yeah, I got some in the basement anyhow. But that stuff's good for a quarter wavelength when you make the loops, eh? That 75 ohm stuff. Or you can even put connectors on there and it'll work. Believe it or not, even on your Diamond X200 there, you can use that and put connectors, it'll work. Probably better than the skinny stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm not surprised someone hasn't cut it already with the way the prices in copper go. They take everything.
Yeah, that's right. All right there, Chuck. I'll let you get some more check-ins there. Just here, I had Gordy cut my lawn there. Not that the lawn needed cut, but all the dandelions needed cut. They're all gone. He did a good job there for $5 there, so can't complain. Back to you there, Net Control, EE3WKG.
Yeah, very good there, Kevin. I did notice Gord out there. I had to do a double take. I wasn't sure if it was the old lady next door to you or who it was, and then I realized it was Gord. So yeah, right on. Good job. Okay, sir, you are check-in number 7, and Larry before you there, number 6. So let's see if anybody else is out there like to stop in the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ looking for check-ins.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't stomp on anybody. But next time that old lady on the corner there, next time you walk by, Chuck, look up at her chimney. Look up at her chimney and look at the leaning brick of Pisa. A brick, I can't believe it, it's on a 90-degree angle right below her gate where she walks out. And I told her the other day, you got to watch for that. That thing come down and never hit her on the head. I showed Butch yesterday. He come to pick me up. And he goes, should I rev the engine? You know, Butch has the headers. That brick could come. Just next time you go by, Chuck, look up there and you tell me what you think of that brick leaning.
What, you mean the lady next door there, the corner?
Oh, yeah, right on Fraser and Campbell, right on the corner. Look up at her chimney and look at the brick that's leaning on the edge.
Yeah, okay. Well, some people need things to come down before they do anything about it, eh?
Yeah, she's an old girl, 75, 80. I'd hate to see that come down on her head.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't feel good at all.
Yeah, just have a look, and then next time I hear you on here, tell me what you think. Believe me, it's unbelievable to see a brick sitting that way. Wait till you see it, and you'll see what I mean. VE3WKG.
Yeah, okay. Will do. Where is Butch, sir? I haven't heard him on in a while.
Oh, he might be out there, but I went to the res with him yesterday, and I went on his radio, and I tried to put the offset on his Balfang. Is it ever weird? You know how you put the offset for, say, NCF? You don't even need a tone. You just got to put it on the positive offset and then 5. I did that, and then I go to key up, it don't even go on the offset. I don't know, maybe I have to put it into memory, or I don't know, but mind you, I didn't have my glasses and we were driving mobile, and I only tried it once. But it is way better programming by the cable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I found out that you got to use a different model number on Chirp. You can't find the UV9R or whatever it is. You got to go to the UV82, I think it's called. I think I sent it to him or something. But yeah, you got to choose a different Bofang radio in order to get it to program. That's weird.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully you still hear me. I'm in the house getting another beer. But yeah, he's got a different Balfang. He don't have a UV5R. It's a UK or I don't know, some odd weird number. I don't even know. But it kind of looks like the UV5R, but it don't. You know what I mean? It's quite different. Where do you see it? It's a weird looking radio. And when you get into the menu is all different again.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, maybe Butch will stop by one day and I can have a look at it, and who knows, maybe I can do something with it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm home when you go on to Chirp. You can look up his number. I forget what it is, but it's not UB5R. It's a K something. I think it's a K or something weird. And I guess you'd have to look down in that. And probably it won't even be in the menu for another year.
Yeah, well, geez, it's been a year since when he had the other one, the other new one there with the 8 watts, and I couldn't program that one either. And I went and checked online, and later on, a couple months later, I found out that you have to use a different model number radio in order for it to program it. So, yeah, it's kind of deceiving.
Yeah, exactly. You think they'd be the same, but I don't know. Maybe I put the offset on wrong. Hey, you know how it's a 5? On 2 meters, it's 6 kilohertz, and on the 440, I believe it's 5. Well, I put that in there, and it would, even when I went on there, it wouldn't even change. It stayed on 443.075. Wouldn't even change. So I don't know. Mind you, like I said, I didn't have glasses or nothing. Okay, there, Chuck. Don't want to tie up the net. I'm going to sit on the porch here, have a beer here, and yeah, it's cooling off out here. It's quite beautiful out, actually. But hopefully you can get about another 20 check-ins. VE3 WKG on the porch portable, standing by.
Okay, very good, very good. It's 8:31 p.m. and it shows here that it's 20 degrees outside. So very nice indeed. Going to a low of 14 overnight. So beautiful weather for sleeping with the windows open. I know I love it, but I still have to have a fan on just to cover the outside noise so I don't hear it and my dog doesn't start barking in the middle of the night. So that's how it works over here. But okay, we shall do our best. Thank you very much again, Kevin. VE3WKG here in the east end of Hamilton on the portable. Let's see if anybody else is out there. I'd like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton below the escarpment. Any new check-ins, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3 Tango Mike. Victor Alpha 3 Tango Mike. Tom in Burlington.
Yes, sir. Victor Alpha 3 Tango Mike. Tom in Burlington. Come on in, Tom. You're sounding good.
Well, good evening, Chuck, and all on net. I don't have any traffic at all for you. It is a lovely, lovely night. We sat out on the balcony for a couple of hours today, and I really enjoyed it. And I think the beginnings of a suntan are even happening. But I'm watching you on live stream here right now, Chuck. So it's really cool, and it's really neat that you can hear your own voice coming back. So we're running an FTM 100 here. Yeah, I'm waving to you as well. We're running an FTM 100 here with medium power, but I'm not hearing too many of the other fellas because I got a J-pole on the balcony here facing due south with the big building to the north and east of me. Over.
Right. Yeah, I know. But hey, some of the people are on, like the last person I was talking to there, my neighbor, he's on his Bofang out on the front porch there. So, you being in Burlington might be a little bit difficult on Simplex. So that's one of the reasons. But you're doing a great job over here to the Center Mall in Hamilton, and the FT100s sounds good.
Yeah, thank you. I did hear the previous caller. I could read him loud and clear. And the J-pole here is doing the job, but of course we're facing, as I say, south, and the building is so big that it's blocking everything to the north and east of me. But hey, we're enjoying ham radio. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely there, Tom. Absolutely. I know during the summer months there, it kind of saddens me that I can't go out and watch the sun go down on such a beautiful evening. Like today was a beautiful day. Low humidity. It was only 33 humidity, 33%. And yeah, I can handle that all summer long, that low humidity, I'll tell you. But yeah, man, it just dragged on. This so-called spring was more like late winter than spring to me. 7 degrees, 9 degrees. That was winter jacket weather for me on the front porch there, Tom. So I'm sure glad it's t-shirt and shorts weather pretty much. And yeah, like you said, some people are getting their suntans on, and yeah, can't wait. All right, Tom, thanks again for taking the time out and stopping by, saying hello. Much appreciated. Are you sticking around or taking off?
Well, I'm going to stick around for the rest of the hour anyway. On PBS tonight, there's a special on the Hindenburg crash. It crashed the year I was born, about 6 months before I was born, but I've always had an interest in that whole situation, and apparently they've come up with some new video from a ham's parents, and this is going to be all done tonight. They've done more in analyzing, and they've got some new theories as to why the thing crashed. So 9 o'clock on PBS, and I'm looking forward to that. And we'll stick around for half an hour or so, and nice to see you. Got a nice shack there, man. Looks really good. So we'll catch you later. We'll just be listening here. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, Tom. Thanks a bunch. And yeah, 20 degrees outside right now. Hardly any wind. So, okay, thanks again, Tom in Burlington. Let's see if anyone else is out there. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. AREG. Any new check-ins, please come now. All right, nothing heard. Let's go to the top of the list and say hello to number one, VE3 PDL. And he's not there. Okay, then. Nothing heard. Let's go to the next person, VE3 GNP.
See, you put part top of the list until he come back to you. He's mic shy.
I know. I was just thinking the same thing. Here I am. I give him the honor of being number one. And he's slacking off.
Yeah, I was going to ask him if he wanted the COVID-19 numbers tonight.
Are you taking over Gary's job there for the AREG?
I just like bugging Paz if I hates the numbers. I keep telling him I'm going to give him the numbers.
Yeah, I know. Oh, well, yeah, you can hit him when he comes back on.
Yeah. Okay, Chuck, give you nothing else have changed anyways, VE3 and P. I'll get Pod next year.
All right, sounds good. Well, let's go back now and say hi to Mac and see if he's there. VA3 IMW. Mac.
VA3 IMW is with you, and continuing on for the duration. Let me see here. It's about time to get out the big bucket and scrub brush and give my pickup truck a bath, because I'm still seeing signs of the oil spray that I had done in the fall. So sounds like a good job for the weekend. And I've got some stuff to sort out of my trailer. I can't tell anybody, but I'm hiding some fence boards because they're worth about $10 billion. And got a little bit of some fence repairs that we can get to during the weekend. Crank up the compressor and the nail gun and go along and refasten some boards that are showing some signs of wear and tear from weather, but there's no way I'm doing a big fencing project this year, not with lumber prices the way they are, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. A friend of mine is seeking some advice on repairing a deck and walkway they have, and you know, concrete pouring might be a better option at the way lumber prices are there. But I've yet to go down there. A friend of mine's widow is out just outside of Brantford there, so we're going to go there in the weekend, have a look, and they have a deck and walkway to repair. So yeah, man, it's insane. Do you know why the prices are so high?
Well, it's hard to say whether there is truly a shortage, but obviously the demand for lumber is higher than the supply. So if you're in control of lumber and somebody says, hey, hold that up a little bit, make them hungry and make them pay more. But I think in the automotive industry, we're seeing the same thing with chip manufacturing. So all of these processing chips, the big 8 are now all scrambling to get confirmed supply so that they can keep building vehicles. And I can't imagine possibly that COVID interruptions hampered the production of computer chips and lumber and all the rest of that stuff. I mean, people should have been out there doing what they were doing, unless, for some reason, the government subsidies had everybody staying at home because they were okay making CERB deposits in their account rather than working for a decent living. So who knows? Are we the victims of price gouging? Probably. How are they going to prove it? Oh, well, you would have to have something other than a liberal government that had some canyones that would actually take some action on stuff like this. Anyways, not to get too political, but you asked.
Yes, I certainly did. And you told us. But yeah, like as far as computer chips are concerned, they laid blame to everyone working from home and requiring more electronics, i.e., cameras, laptops, tablets, etc., phones. And so they're blaming the shortage on that. Now, I don't know. It's a pretty good excuse. But the lumber, everybody, okay, fell behind once the initial shutdown that we had a year ago took place. I can understand, but you would think a year later we would be caught up with things like lumber and that. So to me, there is something definitely going on with the economy. And look at that. The dollar is creeping up ever so slightly, but the highest it's been in 6 years. They're reporting. So yeah, it just makes you go, we're more than a year into this, and yeah, I don't know what to say about that. But anyhow, thanks for sharing that with us there, Mac. Anything exotic for dinner today?
Well, I'm trying to figure out if I'm just going to have French fries, because that's always like a wicked, delicious little treat, or whether it's going to be some kind of pasta. So nothing's on the stove yet. It's going to be a late dinner evening for sure. We did all the healthy stuff Monday and Tuesday, so I think I'm due for a treat of some sort.
Yes, absolutely. I know pizza is my kryptonite. I could eat pizza pretty much every day. Of course, it would have to be, done right the way I like it, not just any old pizza. But yeah, that's my weakness. And there was a post on Facebook I saw that said if there was one thing that you could make that had, well, not make, but you could make all the calories disappear. Well, immediately I thought about beer, number one, but it's not really a food. It's not in the food group. So I picked pizza.
Yeah, and beer is an accompaniment to pizza, so you could just kind
There you go.
of run together. BEER apostrophe N apostrophe PIZZA. Beer and pizza. It's one word.
Yeah, we should amend the dictionary with that new one word to accompany with beer. But then then everybody would want to put their own favorite thing along with beer as well.
Well, steak and beer, that's the thing. We can use a lot of apostrophes very short period of time.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, all right there, Mac. So you're going to be here for the duration. Do you want to give a shout out and see if Art is with us this evening?
Okay, I should. I think I recall Victor Echo or Alpha. Kilo Charlie Indy. Art, are you with us tonight?
No, I don't think so.
And as recommended, I waited 3+ seconds for Tia. Anyways, nothing for Chuck. I'll let you know if he pops in.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, look at that. I could have turned up the volume right here. Okay, very good. All right, thanks again there, Mac. Hopefully Art is feeling good this week. For whatever reason, he is not with us. And so we'll try again maybe in a little bit. And on this day in 1900, the world's longest railroad tunnel linking Italy and Switzerland opens up. 1900. And in 1971, the USSR launches Mars 2, the first spacecraft to crash land on Mars. So 1971, the Soviets launch Mars 2, very first spacecraft to crash land on Mars. And in 1976, on this day, gold ownership is legalized in Australia. So before that, you weren't allowed to own gold. I forget the reason for that, but I remember hearing about it. It probably has to do with, I don't know, after the war. I don't know. And then the following year, 1977, Smokey and the Bandit film, starring Burt Reynolds and Sally Field, Jackie Gleason, premieres in New York City, 1977. 10-4, good buddy. Okay. With that, before we move along our list, let's see if anybody else is out there like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Taking check-ins. Please come now.
VA3CJZ.
All right. Sounds like someone is having a movement. Good to see that VE3DJZ is keeping with the theme from ARPAD's AREG, or ARES net there, COVID-19 net. Good evening there, Huey. How you doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you doing?
Yeah, doing all right. Yeah, much happier now that the warmer weather is here. I'm glad to be sweating my you-know-what off instead of freezing them.
Yeah, I just go. I know how you feel. I just went through a box of tissues.
All right. So, new drone still working good there? You know, I have to give you a little bit of constructive criticism there, Huey. If you could slow down that panning a little bit, it's a little quick for my eyes. I know I heard ARPAD mention that to you before, but it would make things a lot smoother if it wasn't so herky-jerky.
Yeah, I know. I have to set the settings properly in there.
Yeah. Well, when you get a chance there, see if you can fine-tune that in there, and I'll bet you'll get a lot of great feedback, even more than you're getting now. And I know I've been seeing some of your work there. Very good. Nice overhead droning of that fire on Kenilworth there.
Yeah, I know. It looks really good, eh? You should watch it in 4K. It looks even better.
No, Okay, yeah, no, my 4K TV's upstairs, and that's for the wifey poo. So, yeah, other than that, what's new? What's shaking?
Nothing really. Just, I'm doing my thing, going out every day, enjoying the weather. I don't care if it's hot out now, just go out every day. I need to get a tan still. All of a sudden, getting dark now again. I'm coming back to my roots. I feel good now. Enjoy the weather, buddy. Enjoy every day it is, you know what I mean? And I go droning every day with iPad, go for a bike ride, and see what we can catch next.
Yeah, do you have you seen many boats out?
Yes, I saw a bunch of boats the other day getting launched in the water.
Oh, okay, very good. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are, dying to drop their boats in the water. I know last year was a bit of an issue. Um, I think they had the marinas closed or something all year last year, didn't they?
Yeah, it's crazy. This COVID got everything screwed up. Hey, I got a question for you. Well, if a mosquito bites you and you have COVID, would that transfer it somewhere else to you?
V3KIX asked me that there a couple of weeks ago. Well, I don't know. Isn't it kind of like the West Nile virus? And if an animal touches you and then touches someone else, sure they can transfer it.
If that's the case, this could be dangerous with COVID, with mosquitoes, man. They'll be transferring that everywhere to everybody.
But I don't know if mosquitoes draw blood more than one time. That's something you'd have to ask your buddy Google or something there and check out. But it's a good question.
Yeah, but mosquitoes like smokers. I'm a non-smoker. They don't really bite me. But people that smoke, they really like them.
Oh, you've done a study, have you? And you found that mosquitoes like people that smoke?
No, I've seen a couple people I know that, I was with them, and mosquitoes hardly even attacked me, but they were all over them right away, like a lot on their arms and their legs and that, because I guess the toxics in the blood from the cigarettes, they like the taste of that, I guess.
Yeah, well, they better not go people that drink or they'll end up dead drunk.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Yeah, I've seen animals that have gotten into some fruit that is fermented and they get drunk off of it. I've seen animals do that.
What's this, the city's getting really bad, eh?
I'm sorry, what's that, Huey?
The city's getting really bad, eh, buddy?
Yeah, yeah, well, as compared to what?
Gun shooting and all that?
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem to be as bad as it was, but still, I guess after a while, when you get used to it, 1 or 2 shootings a week isn't so bad. I don't know. I've been all over the States, all over Canada. I've seen really bad neighborhoods. I've been in them. I had a guy pull a knife on somebody right in front of me. I had a guy pull a gun on me. So, yeah, I don't know. It's not like it was 20 years ago. That's for sure, Huey.
You got that right. Guns don't kill people. People kill people.
Yeah, because if that was the case, little Johnny would say, well, if that gun killed so-and-so, then my pencil failed my test.
I think anybody get caught with a gun should get life. No doubt about it. You get caught with a weapon like that, and it's not, you don't own it, you should get life. Then you know what? Maybe people think twice about getting caught with one.
Did you see that bust they did last week? They found these brass knuckles that had tasers on them.
Yeah, sure. That look pretty neat.
Yeah, I've never seen that. And then they had a flashlight that also was a taser as well, contact taser. So, yeah, real interesting. I like those They weren't brass, of course, but they were knuckles with tasers on them.
I want a pair.
What do you think of next?
I know. Hey, that's cool. I used to own a taser before they became illegal there. Anyways, all right, Huey. Well, if you're gonna hang in there, we'll give you a shout again in a bit. If not, nice chatting with you.
All right, Chuck. Sure, it's been a long day. You take care and have a good one, buddy. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for doing the net. You know, keeping everybody sane, not insane. You know, without you and Arpad doing all this stuff, who knows how people will be right now. You know, they go nuts.
Oh yeah, you know, many a time there during the winter, feeling a little bit down and thanking the fact that these people are doing these nets like Arpad and that and everybody else. Sure helped keep some sanity. I'll tell you that. Okay, Huey, thanks a bunch again for stopping in. Much appreciated. Your check-in number 9, 8:55 p.m. and it's still 20 degrees outside with hardly any wind. Let's see if we can get check-in number 10. This is VA3 CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. We are streaming live on YouTube. Just put my call sign in, VA3 CJZ, and look for the live button there. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VE3XKV.
VE3XKV. Good evening, Bob. Welcome. How's it going? How's Janice?
Everybody's fine over here, Chuck. The wife got into some corn last night, and I think she inhaled a piece of it, and she exhaled it today, just a couple hours ago there. So funny, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, everything's just peachy over this end. Nice, beautiful, warm weather.
Oh, yeah.
What can I say? I was listening to you and Mac there discussing the lumber shortage, and yes, we indeed do have a lumber shortage because everybody's spending their CERB money on upgrading their house. They have not contact, so that's what they're working at, and that has created a lack of lumber.
Oh, yeah, absolutely there, Bob. Hang on to that thought one moment. There is a contact, I think. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry for interfering there, Chuck. Your neighbor V3WKG. Yeah, I don't hear Bob there. Maybe I'll go in the house, see if I can hear him. But I just wanted to mention about the air advisory. I heard that on Arpad's net. If maybe you might want to mention it. I do got a headache and that feeling, but I'm out here drinking beer on the porch. But did you hear that air advisory we had?
Yes, sir. I did mention it at the beginning of the net. We did touch on it. There was a air advisory today for Hamilton, but I certainly didn't feel anything. It was fine where I live. And so, yeah. Okay, then. Bob, we'll send it back to you there. My neighbor, VE3WKG, just keyed up in there and wanted to see if we had heard about the air advisory today. So anyhow, you're at home, right?
I am so, and excuse me, this air advisory. Boy, that seems kind of unlikely. There's no airplanes flying. Nobody's driving. Everybody's staying at home with their vehicles. That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, I think it's because the air is just not moving around. It's a stagnant air system of some sort.
Well, yeah, that could be very possible. But anyway, yeah, I don't have too much to add here, Chuck. Just to check in, and I was just playing outside all day, working on a couple of antennas. I'm doing some touch-ups on a 220 I just built, and touched up a couple of other antennas. Other than that, nothing else going on here except for cutting the grass and doing all that menial labor around the house. I haven't even had a chance to get the honey-do list, so. And actually, I don't even have the ambition, Chuck.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm finding it a wee bit difficult to get motivated these days as well. I don't know. Must be that something in the air, Bob. But same here. I've been just taking it easy, relaxing, and watching the grass grow, I guess.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with as long as you're sitting in the backyard and getting a suntan and the beer at your side there. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, won't be long now. I'll be taking the gravity chair out. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's one of those lawn chairs that if you tilt it back, you can tilt it back and your feet go up type thing.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Yeah, they're not bad actually. They're made out of a nice canvas there. I like that. Better than that old 1970s nylon. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah, but like those things, the cloth ones are nicer. I like them.
Yeah.
You know, the canvas ones you're talking about, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, very nicely made.
Yeah, I like those. It's better than the knit vinyl. I guess it's vinyl.
I just remember the those interlocking straps there that we used to have on those chairs, and he used to always rip. But felt like plastic there.
Yeah, the wife made me one of those, a chair out of one of those old chairs, you know, the aluminum tube chairs, the fold-up one. Yeah. And she did her crocheting with the heavy cord, and she redid the whole thing and put my call sign on the back of it. So used to take it up to the air show when we were doing the communications up there, and anywhere I would go where radio was involved, so nobody could steal my chair.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I had a nice favorite camping chair. It was kind of like 3 poles with the seat. You just opened up the seat, and the 3 poles would form like a teepee style, and you could take that anywhere. It had a nice camouflage seat. There's unfortunately left behind at the other house for the fire there, but you get attached to certain things like that. They're pretty handy to have. Stick in your trunk there. Those portable chairs they have now. I think the wife carries one with in her trunk year round.
Yeah, so when you had that fire, was everything destroyed, Chuck?
Everything in the radio room was, because the fire was right outside the room. But the whole house was smoke and water. They poured so much water, and if it wasn't affected by fire or smoke, the water drowned it. Like I brought a brand new saw, you know, electric saw, portable saw there, circular saw, and brought it here, and you know, nothing. Oh, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. Plug it in, and it didn't work.
No, yeah, well, that's odd. You know, like they should be able to take a little bit of water, unless there's something in there that would corrode, you know, and oxidize or something like that. But so you couldn't salvage any radios, eh?
The only thing I salvaged radio-wise was a Bearcat Uniden scanner, and a one of those GMRS radios. That was it. Like I said, everything else had gallons and gallons and gallons of water poured on it. We weren't allowed in the house for 2 weeks to 3 weeks after the fire. I mean, we could have salvaged our freezer in the basement, but they wouldn't let us in the house. And so by the time we got there, I mean, you didn't even want to open the lid. It was horrible. We lost things we shouldn't have. But anyways, I don't want to live all those memories again there, Bob. Thanks a lot.
Well, they're just facts of life, Chuck. And yeah, so what would it take them? What are they? Were they investigating the fire or something? Took them that long?
Who knows? All we know is the property manager said that they didn't want anybody in the house, and they stalled us for whatever reason. I still don't know why. But yeah, we could have salvaged quite a few things had we been let back in sooner.
Oh well, hopefully their insurance covered everything.
Well, our insurance, we had renters insurance.
Oh, okay, so at least you had something. That's not always easy to get anything out of those insurance companies. I've been there.
Yeah. So we got money from them, but of course, it didn't cover the entire amount of the loss. So that's the bottom line. But we've moved on.
Okay, Chuck. And with that, I think we should move on here and see if you can get in any more check-ins there. V3XKV.
Okay, thank you, Bob. The E3XKV out in Flamborough. Thank you very much for checking in, sir. Much appreciated. Your check-in number 10 tonight. A little bit slower night, but let's see if anybody else is out there like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
V3KKP mobile.
V3FJJ.
Okay, I heard two check-ins in there. VE3KKP Mobile. Good evening, Kevin. How are you?
Oh, tickety boo, Chuck. Yeah, the advisory for I'm up here on the escarpment here in my perch, and you should see the haze of pollution just right across the whole lower city, even up onto the escarpment over at 5 and 6. It's just a brown streak of filth all right across. It's actually unbelievable.
Wow. Hey, yeah, there must have been a reason for them to issue that special statement there, weather statement, because I didn't feel anything. It's probably going above, like you say, there up by where the escarpment is mostly. But it's probably due to a stagnant air mass that's just not going anywhere because there's no wind outside.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's just kind of sticking there. Yeah. I guess, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's terrible. Terrible looking anyway. I don't feel anything from it, but now it's cooled down a lot too. So, yeah, it just looks terrible, that's all. And it's getting darker, so it's harder to see now. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't stick around too long and it dissipates. I didn't hear about any rain or anything like that that's supposed to be sweeping through the area, but I heard Toronto, just north of Lakeshore, they're saying, north of the city, they're going to experience a little bit of rain going through there. So, how are things there? How's Betty?
She's doing okay. Yeah, speaking of no rain for a few days, yeah, it might be the first Victoria Day it hasn't rained in years and years. So,
yeah.
Well, there's not really anything anybody can do to enjoy the day anyway, but figures, eh? Yeah, everybody's fine. Speaking of Victoria Day, still haven't got my radio. It's supposed to, they're supposed to get it in Alberta after Victoria Day that week, so next week sometime, and then they'll ship it out to me. So probably another couple of weeks.
Oh, wow, still. Yeah, I'm just noticing now that they're picking up with the deliveries now. It seems that all those ships are finally restocking the warehouses and that throughout the world, and deliveries are starting to come back a little bit more regular than they have been. I know I ordered something. I ended up getting a refund for it because 6 weeks I'd have to wait for it, and I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, I didn't think I'd wait this long, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's the excuse they gave me back in the email was the ships are fine, but they're all stuck sitting on a ship, for 4 weeks now, and finally it's they're able to get through. So should only be another couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. I can just imagine how busy the ports are everywhere. And speaking of shipping containers, I guess Halifax just had one of the biggest shipping containers dock there yesterday, I think, or the day before.
Oh, shipping container carrier, yeah.
Right, a shipping container ship holds, what was it, 16,000 20-foot containers?
Holy crap! Yeah, that's a lot of weight. Well, depending on what's in it, but still a lot of weight. Yeah. Oh. Anyway, I know you got another check-in waiting here, so I'll stick around anyway and catch up in a bit. Back to you, V3KKP.
All right, thank you for checking in with Chuck. VE3KKP Mobile. All right, well, let's go down the hill to Flynn, VE3FJJ. Good evening, Flynn. How are you?
Well, Chuck and everybody out there, hello. Not too bad. Just trying to enjoy the cool weather. It's been one heck of a hot day today, but yeah, with that weather advisory too, I don't know if you guys all knew, with that fire yesterday, a lot of stuff that was in that building caught on fire, and yeah, that's what I was told last night. But yeah, there was a little bit of asbestos in that building and everything else, so that probably could be a factor as well.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. They said 4 buildings were affected with that fire just down the street from us there on Kenworth. And yeah, there's a black smoke all day long. So I wouldn't be surprised one bit if that was just hanging in the air, whatever the particles are from that fire. And again, there's no wind. So everything's just hanging over the city. Makes sense.
Yeah, I was told that last night. I have a couple of friends that work for the city. They were down there all night sweeping and cleaning up, and they weren't happy about it because of all all that hazardous material. But anyways, yeah, it's good to see you still doing this, Chuck, and everything else. But yeah, I won't keep you. There's probably a few more people there, but I'll be sticking around for a bit. So hopefully we get around to chatting again.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Thanks for your input. Thanks for taking the time out to check in with us here on this week 1444 of the AREG net. Thank you, Flynn. Your check-in number 12 here at 9:13 p.m. We are streaming live on YouTube. If you wish to listen to yourself back, just put in my call sign, VA3CJZ, in the search box and look for the live button. And you can just slide that bar back to where you want to listen to it and go nuts. So let's see if anybody else out there would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
You need a couple pole dancers dancing in behind you there.
Yes, well, we're always thinking of ways to improve and entertain, shall we say? So oh, that's pretty good. All right, well, let's go back to the list, and I forget where I was, but I think we got interrupted right when it was time to get back to Brad in Burlington. See if he's still there. VA3, Charlie Bravo uniform. You still there, Brad? All right. How about Larry? VE3LBZ.
Yes, sir. Still sitting here, listening in. Yep. I'm actually watching the PBS, the Hindenburg special that one of the other fellows was talking about.
Yeah.
That's always interested me. Yeah, so sitting there watching a little bit of that. And a little bit about the weather advisory, tree pollen. Some of it's got to do with the tree pollen, too.
Oh, gosh, yes. In the springtime, there's grass pollen and tree pollen, which I was allergic to back in the day, and I've since grown out of it. That was the year I found out I was also allergic to ragweed, and that just kept me from breathing. Oh, my gosh. That was in the fall, though, not in the spring, as you well know. But, yeah, allergy season for sure.
Yeah, we got a big pine tree behind us here. Neighbor's pine tree, the big, it's over 100 years old at least, and the yellow dust, the yellow pollen that comes off it every spring. I'm constantly out there wiping down the table and the chairs, whatever. The car is just covered. And yeah, it kind of makes your nose burn and your eyes water. That's all, yeah.
Yeah, it just means it's a good thing that I kept held off a little bit in power washing the front porch there, because every winter, you get all that grime and dirt and whatnot. Steel factory's not too far away. I'm very close to Barton Street here, so yeah. So now we'll have to wait for all those particles to fall down from that fire that's hanging over the city. And then probably have to wipe everything down again.
Yeah, I know, the advisory that they brought in. I wasn't sure about that either, It's like, well, the steel companies down there aren't really producing that much, causing a lot. So who knows what it could be? I go, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pollen and just the fire and it's the way the spring is going. I guess summer is going now.
Well, I didn't really hear as to what those buildings held, those 4 buildings that were involved in the fire on Kenilworth there, but if it's creating all that black soot from, hanging in the city there, makes you wonder just what these people are storing. And because they said they had over 50 firefighters there. It wasn't no small fire.
I could see I was talking to my wife earlier in the day when the fire happened, because we were out in Mississauga down Dixie Road in Lakeshore, and we could see the big black plume of smoke, and I'm like, what's going on over there?
Yeah, exactly. All I had to do was open up my front door and walk out on the porch, and I could see it. So yeah, fairly close to here.
It's all good. Nobody was hurt. Everybody survived. A couple of people are homeless, but hope things work out.
Yep. That's why they have the Red Cross there. That's who helped us out when we had our fire. They put you up for the night and give you a bunch of vouchers there. So. Yeah, enough to get them sorted out. Okay, Larry. Thank you very much, sir. Anything else?
No, everything's good here. I'm just going to sit back and watch the rest of this Hindenburg and see how it goes.
Yeah, very good. I'll have to see if I can catch it after the net somewhere. Be interesting to see if there's any new film or anything like that to go with it. I've seen quite a bit of it over the years, but you never know. Okay, Larry, much appreciated, sir. VE3 Lima Delta Zulu in the East End here. Sounding good, Larry. Let's go to my neighbor, VE3 WKG. Kevin, back to you. Okay, Kevin must be otherwise occupied. Let's see if Tom is still with us. VA3 Tango Mike. How about VE3 Delta Juliet Zulu? Huey, you still around? All right, well, let's see if anybody else is out there would like to stop by and check out their radio here on the AREG, the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3 CJZ. My name is Chuck, and I'm located in East Hamilton. Any new check-ins, please come now.
VE3 GBD. BO check, breaker.
All right, I heard VE3 GBD, and there's another station in there. Go ahead.
Just being funny, Chuck. Jumping in to let you know I'm still kicking around here. VE3 PDO.
I know. Me and Garnett were jumping all over you there. You weren't answering the last call, and here I am putting you saying, yo, Paul's a number one on the list, and then you don't answer.
Well, I know once you make the first on the list, you don't need to key up anymore the whole time. But I figured I'd come back and grace Garnet with my lovely voice for him to hear again.
Okay, well, no comment from Garnett. Maybe he's gone and stepped away as well. You know, I don't blame anybody. It's a beautiful night out there. I'd be outside myself. Okay, Paul, thank you very much. Let's go and say hello to George. VE3 GBD. Hiya, George. How's it going?
My brothers just left. Had a little birthday thing for my one brother, Alex. Just turned 60 today, so we were just out having some beers and good times.
All right. Big 6-0. Right on. So that's the big brother then.
No, that's the second big brother.
Oh, you got more?
Oh, yeah, there's 5 of us.
Got more brothers than a football team.
There you go. That must come in handy.
Frickin' Paul. Always has to have something to say.
Copy that, driver.
Hey, did you wish Alex a happy birthday?
I did so yesterday.
All right, then.
All right, well, let's give a big happy birthday wish to George's brother here live on YouTube. In case you forgot, we are streaming live. Just put in my call sign in the YouTube search box, VA3CJZ. So happy birthday to your brother there, George.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. They're gone now, so it's just me.
Yeah, but now it's on YouTube, so it'll be on there forever in history.
Very good. I'll have to play it for him.
Alex done it, turned 60 before Paul Wilson. Perfect.
That's right, Paul.
I wish he was still there. I would have teased his ass up a minute.
I wish he was still here too. But I don't want people keying up on this one. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I hear you. You let people use your radio. They just can't be cussing and swearing.
That's why he doesn't want them on there.
Yeah, that sounds silly.
Exactly.
Talking to you guys? Please. Anyway, so do you have a good birthday or what? Hello, George?
Oh, absolutely, Paul. I just had to grab a beer. Oh, yeah. We had a great birthday here, you know. And then we're going over to Brother Ronald's house on the weekend and celebrate it again.
Right on. Tell all the fellas I said hello.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Maybe I'll bring Ed Hansen over and we can all take turns beating him up.
It's funny because, yeah, we were talking about that. We were talking about that old timer, like, yeah, oh my God. Some of the names, I'm like, holy moly. Yeah, haven't heard of in years.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, sorry, Chuck. Didn't mean to steal it away there on you. I have a bad habit of doing that sometimes. My apologies, sir. I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for yakking with me there for a minute, George. Everybody have a good one. V3PDL, I'll be listening along.
Okay, very good there, Paul. Not a problem. Not a problem, sir. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of the list. George is number 13 on our check-in list tonight. And just to go back to this, on this day in 2020, last year, greenhouse gas emissions dropped 17% worldwide in April alone of 2020, when the world was in lockdown. Too bad we couldn't keep that up and drop the gas emissions even more. But I guess the world has to learn the hard way. Okay, and what else on this day? Oh, in 1884, Ringling Brothers Circus premieres. 1884. Wow. Back when they still used carts and horses and whatnot. Elephants to help put up the main tent there, the big top. All right, well, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu, with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group here in Hamilton, looking for check-ins. Any check-ins, please come now.
Buddy. Here, buddy.
Nice try. I've got my headphones on, and he was outside.
Ah, you sly devil, you.
Oh, but I did hear yours.
Yeah, I don't have the headset. They heard me. And they don't have a headset on either.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. You never know. All right, well, let's go to the top of the list then and see if Garnett's still with us. VE3GNP. Garnett, you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, Chuck. VE3GMP. Did you hear that, Paul? That he's going to go to the top of the list? Yeah, I heard that. I caught that. Anyways, I got the numbers for you, Paul, for the COVID-19 lockdown numbers.
I got the numbers for you, too. After me, you're number one.
There you go, Paul. There you go.
All right, very good. So you've been sticking around the whole time there, Garnett, or did you have to step away?
Well, I went to grab a tea, but I was gone on my own for 2 minutes. Other than that, I've been sitting here.
Oh, okay, very good, very good. All right, okay, well, let's pick it up back with Mac, VA3 IMW. Mac, you still there?
Roger that. Yep. We've covered lumber. We've covered computer chips. We've covered as far as we want to go with politics. We've talked about working from home. We've covered a little bit on the dinner front. And I guess the only other thing was I've supplemented my beverages tonight with a nice stout. So poured a perfect Guinness, and my oh my, that's a flavor that you just can't forget. Awesome, yum.
Gross, disgusting. Mac, oh my Lord Jesus, I can't talk to you for now for at least 30 seconds. Wow, that's just rude.
That's coming from somebody who mixes beer with dishwater and calls it Coors Light. Yeah. So if you want to split one beer around with 16 people, they call it Coors Light. Yes. We'll lighten your load. Roger.
Yeah, but if you drink Guinness, you'll have 16 people that will never drink beer ever again because they just lost the taste buds.
Oh no, the caramel and coffee tones in that, it's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. And there's nothing like drinking it in an authentic English pub, served just the right way. And of course, if you manage to do that on St. Paddy's Day, the barmaid is probably going to be good enough to shape one of those little 4-leaf clovers on the top of it for you. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, we're going to be on opposite ends of the scale on this one, Paul. But no, as far as a well-flavored beer, Guinness is number one. And it helps you go number two.
Yeah, from your tonsils.
And it pairs well with most hearty dishes like steak and fries, steak and beer, steak and steak, and shrimp and steak. So put another steak and shrimp on the bobby.
Yeah, dirty work boots, old stinky work socks, and Guinness. Yeah, great meal.
Okay, too funny. So we've covered off everything important tonight, Chuck. always fun to get together with you guys. I'll turn it back to you before things get ugly.
All right. Well, that gave me time to look up Guinness here. It says here it is an Irish dry stout that originated in the brewery of Arthur Guinness at St. James Gate, Dublin, Ireland in 1759. It is one of the most successful alcohol brands worldwide, brewed in almost 50 countries and available in over 120. 1759. Wow, that's a long time ago. Okay, thank you very much, Mac, VA3IMW. And let me pick up the list and go back to Kevin, VE3KKP. Are you still on your perch there, Kevin? Oh, Kevin stepped away. Okay. How about WKG? Are you still there, Kevin? All right, VE3KKP. We already did that. Let's VE3XKV, Bob. Okay. Let's see if anybody else is out there who would like to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. My name is Chuck, and my station is located in East Hamilton. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Echo 3, India Tango Whiskey.
And there is the second half of the Whiskey Brothers. Victor Echo 3, Indy Tango Whiskey. Good evening, Bob. Welcome.
Good evening, Chuck, and everybody else on net. Just got back in the house out with the wife for the evening, so I missed everything. I even missed our pad net tonight. Back to you.
Oh, did you now? Wow, must have been a good night out then.
It's definitely cooled off. It was too hot. It was too hot during the day to go for a walk, so we were wandering around aimlessly in the evening.
Oh yeah, evening walks. My wife would love for me to do that, but yeah, I can go for short walks, just not very long ones. Especially now, getting a little bit older, things are cricking and cracking a little bit more. But it's better than being immobile, right? If you're static, it's no good. So yeah, good. Then I'm glad you had a great walk. It's cooled down now. We started the net. It was about 20 degrees. Now it says it's 17 out there, and a gentleman out in his mobile was reporting that the smog, I guess so you might call it, was a big cloud hanging over the edge of the city where he was perched in his mobile there. So we're not done with these warnings about the quality of the air.
Yeah, it was this afternoon sitting on the back deck. When the wind blew, the spruce trees have the little pods on the end of their needles right now, and the pollen that would blow off of those trees. It was just like a cloud. And I was back there earlier in the morning, and the wind blew when I was back there. My glasses, I could barely see out of them for the crap that came off. So half of that is probably pollen right now as well.
Oh yeah, lots of pollen in the air right now. I'm surprised we haven't seen any bees yet around our property. It should be warm enough for them to start waking up now.
Oh, there's lots of bees around here. I actually, one thing I normally see this time of year, because I've got a eastern redbud tree that's pretty big over the one end of the deck, and I could be sitting back in the chair and you hear the odd crunch, and the cardinals will grab the carpenter bees. They look like big bumblebees with shiny butts on them. They seem to have made their home in in an arbor I have that's all full of carpenter bees. But the cardinals like to eat them.
Oh wow, eh? I didn't know that. Amazing. Okay, I've never seen a bird eating a bee before.
Yeah, the honeybees and bumblebees and yellow jackets and mud dabbers, they've all been out around here. And there's lots for them to feed on, that's for sure. Although I've been trying to keep the dandelions down to a dull roar, but there's lots of other flowers anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. There, we're starting to get a little bit of a jungle there on our front, below our porch. There, we have giant tiger lilies, and we don't have any stems out yet, but they're all the foliage, the green leaves are all out, so we'll be getting the stems coming out there anytime now.
Yeah, it's this heat is actually the redbuds. They're usually good for a couple of weeks, but I think we're only going to get about a week of them this year because the heat is knocking a lot of the buds are falling. You're sitting underneath them, and you just get pelted with them.
Oh yeah, interesting. Whereabouts do you live?
I am behind Barton and Gray's, back on the East Hill Park.
Oh, okay. Out in the creek. Very good then, yeah. I've heard there's more activity out that way than towards Hamilton there. It's still a bit more, there's more greenery there in that direction.
Yeah, the lots are they used to be larger. It seems like every nice little bungalow that was on the street is when it sells, the two giant houses get built on the lot. So it's getting a lot tighter. Although the backyards are generally a couple hundred feet, or the lots are a couple hundred feet deep. So there's a bit of backyard there.
Yeah, yeah. Just makes the tax man say, more property tax, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I think they love that. How many people you got on here tonight?
Well, like you said, it's a beautiful night out there, and a lot of people are probably enjoying that. You are number 14, sir. So 14, that's around average. Usually around 15 is an average for me, I think.
Yeah, it is gorgeous out there. It's definitely cooled off, that's for sure. I gotta open up the windows. I still won't need the air. I haven't had the air on yet, so I got a couple doors down from me. If their air hasn't shut off in 3 days, I don't know how they can afford that.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I use my window shaker in the kitchen. That's the only one we have for the whole house. And if I can't open that window because there's an air conditioner in there. So I put the fan on to move the air around. But as far as having the AC on there, I've had it on a couple of times. It gets a little bit warm in the house at night for sleeping, but it cools off. Like right now, it's nice. Open the windows. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. I just got home, took the dog out right away, and there's a bit of dew in the grass, not much. So I don't know if it's going to rain tonight or not. They were calling for rain, but it doesn't really feel like it. I think it's just going to be cloudy. I had to water. I've been watering these shrubs and trees. Like my water bill, I topped up the pool a couple days ago, so it's ready to go. Just getting warmer slowly. I think it was about 68 degrees when last I looked this afternoon. So maybe late tomorrow I'll get in it.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, I'm a bit of a fussy person when it comes to water temperature, but some people don't mind. If I owned a pool, I'd probably want to enjoy it as much as possible. So good for you there, Bob. Summers are way too short.
Yeah, and it's good exercise. a little bit more passive than walking. Easier on the knees, I think.
Oh, it's great therapy. Great therapy, man. If I lived close to was it the Pinky Lewis Center? I used to live close to there and go and use their pool there. It was nice. It's good therapy.
Yep, that's for sure. Well, who else is out there? haven't heard it. I just got in here, so haven't heard anybody else out there. But anyway, thanks for doing the net, Chuck, and I'll listen along for a while.
Okay, Bob. Thanks again for checking in, sir. Taking the time out at 9:43 p.m. And of course, if you want to listen yourself on YouTube, just put my call sign in the YouTube search box, VA3CJZ, and look for us there. You can put your mouse on the slider and put it wherever you like and listen back. Okay, this is Victor Alpha 3, Charlie Juliet Zulu with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, November, Charlie Alpha.
Victor Alpha 3, November, Charlie Alpha. Wade, good evening, sir. How are you?
Good evening, Chuck, and good evening, everybody on net. I made it in right near the end. Just left the house for a minute to pick my daughter up from work. Wednesday event, so thought I would bring the HQ with me and try and check in. Of course, I was able to get the timing right. Not much else going on, except I will say the air can be a You call it barley soup. So maybe an appetizer, a real request. Especially back to you, Chuck. Thanks for doing it.
Very good there, Wade. I was waiting to see if someone would find a way to incorporate barley soup into a food group. Very good, sir. Okay, Wade, well, you're coming in over here at an S6 this evening. I do have something that gives me a little bit of buzzing noise. It's on my end, a little crackling there, but it's probably because of the lack of electrical outlets down here. Everything's on the same breaker there. So anyways, yeah, very good, Wade. Much appreciated, sir. You definitely made it in time, and it's 9:45 and 17 degrees outside. So it's a lovely evening. As long as the rain waits until I take the trash out later, it's all good by me. Okay, thanks, Wade. Let's see if anybody else is out there want to stop by the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. This is VA3CJZ. Anybody else, please come now. All right, well, let's go and see if Bob has come back. VE3XKV. Are you there, Bob?
Chuck, just on the crossband right now. I'm busy doing a few things here. But sorry I missed you earlier.
Oh, okay. Sure thing. Not a problem. All right, just checking to see if you were still with us. Things have slowed down a little bit there. We're just killing a little bit of time before we do the last call run. Did you hear the part about greenhouse gas emissions dropped 17% last year in the month of April in 2020, just because we were in lockdown?
Yeah, well, it was they come out with that statistic last year sometime, I think. I heard that before anyway, Chuck, and yeah, well, those airplanes, they put a pile of stuff in the air,
Yeah, all you need is Trudeau to take one plane ride, and he can take up a carbon footprint of a small town just with that one airplane. So anyways, okay, just checking in with you there, and let's see. Very good then. I'll let you get back to what you're doing, and after I take the trash out and that, I'll be coming back here and seeing if there's anybody that wants to chit chat anymore. So maybe we'll talk to you then.
Oh, very good, Chuck, and thanks for doing the net there. Especially in this COVID-19 stuff. The more nets, the better it is for all of us. So at least the ham radio community is kind of looking after itself. And well, we can't socialize eye to eye, but we are socializing. V3XKV.
Absolutely there, Bob. Good point. Speaking of which, I haven't heard from Debbie this evening. I hope she doesn't have one of her migraines. VA3OYL. Although I think I did hear her check into ARPAD's net. I'm not sure if that was today or last night. But anyways, like I said before there, it's a beautiful evening, so no problem there. People are enjoying the nice weather. Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you later. VE3XKV. Let's see if Flynn is still with us. VE3FJJ. All right. How about George? Are you still on this one, or are you listening on the other one? VE3 Golf Bravo Delta. Okay, and then let's go back to the list here. In 1883, on this day, William F. Cody, also known as Buffalo Bill, opened the Buffalo Bills Wild West Show in Omaha, Nebraska, 1883. Okay, and I think that's all I have here for on this day. Oh, I forgot to mention that Nicole Brown Simpson, OJ's wife, who was murdered, was born on this day in 1959. Okay, so let's see if anybody else is out there who'd like to check in. The Amateur Radio Exchange Group. We're near the end of the 2-hour run for the AREG, but let's see if anybody else is out there would like to stop by and check out the radio and say hi. This is VA3CJZ, looking for check-ins. Okay. Let's go to see if my neighbor has come back. VE3WKG. Oh, maybe the power, the battery went on his portable there. That's quite possible. I think he's been using it today. So, okay, well, we still got 10 minutes to kill. Anybody have any comments? Go right ahead. Any subjects, anything they want to throw out there?
More Guinness, less Coors Light.
Oh, I was just going to key up to you, rotten SOB. You out-timed me. You sneaky devil, you.
1759, 262 years ago. I think the Coors Light brand is also an old brand, is it not? The Coors? Yeah, I'm going to have to look that up now.
Which is now owned by Molson's because they bought them up. And thankfully, some places in the southern states you can still buy the authentic Coors before they decided that they had to mix it with dishwater.
Well, here it says it was founded in 1873, the Coors Brewing Company. So that is only 148 years ago. So Guinness is a little bit older. Mind you, North America is a lot younger than Europe. So that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, it tastes older, too.
Let's see now. Who's this guy? Adolf Coors and Jacob Schuler from Prussia emigrated to the United States and established a brewery in Golden, Colorado, after buying a recipe from a Pilsner-style beer from a Czech immigrant named William Silhan. Coors invested $2,000 in the operation, and Schuler invested $18,000. There you go.
German and Russian spies infiltrating the Americas.
Just because the guy's name was Adolf Coors?
Sure, it works for me.
Actually, I don't even know what nationality that is. Let's find out. Adolf Coors. Search. Herman Joseph, German American brewer. There you go. You were right. All right, enough about beers. I'm going to want one.
Well, Paul, did you know that you're supporting the Third Reich, the Aryan Youth, and all the rest of that stuff that goes with it?
Yeah. Just like you and the IRA over there.
May the good Lord blow you up real good.
All right then, guys. We're going to start the last call now since nobody else wants to check in. Well, actually, we'll do one more call out, and then we'll start at the top of the list. So let's see if anybody else would like to check in before we close up this week's AREG. This is VA3CJZ with the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Looking for check-ins. Please come now. All right, and with that, it's 9:54 p.m., and we'll go to the top of the list, VE3 Papa Delta Lima. Last call, Paul.
That just rhymes, and it makes me want to go right into the rhyme. Finish it off. The bar comeback, but I won't, because I know Mac will say something. And thank God there's bars that don't serve.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Like I said, you guys keep talking about beer. Gonna make me hungry. Or thirsty, I should say. Hungry. Yeah. I was thinking of Wade there when he was talking about barley soup.
Actually, it's funny we're talking about Guinness too, Mac? A good friend of mine, since we were kids, he's here, and he's a big lover of Guinness. So I'm getting it from both sides.
There you go.
We're all around you.
Yay. Okay, Paul, is that it? Oh, I might have keyed up with Paul there. Is that it, Paul?
Yes, sir. I'm done. Carry on, sir. Thanks for doing the net and letting me participate. VE3PDL.
Okay, Paul, thanks. Let's go to Garnett now. Last call, Garnett, VE3GNP.
Yeah, good net, Chuck. It was interesting. Good beer. We need Gary over here to get the numbers for Paul. That's the only thing we're missing now. But good net, 73 Chuck and 73 Ross on net. Have a good evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, Garnett. Thank you, sir, for hanging in there and being part of the AREG once again. Let's go to Mac now. VA3IMW. Last call, Mac.
Roger that, and never fear. We know that we've had less than 1,600 new cases today, and obviously people are recovering at a faster rate than they're getting sick, so they must be drinking more Guinness and less Coors Light. Anyways, for you all that appreciate the nectar of the gods, you're probably also more appreciative of dark chocolate, 70 or 75% cocoa, because it has that stronger essence to it, and it too is more healthy for you. Anyways, another successful evening with check-ins with Chuck. Always good to be with you guys, and thanks, Chuck, for hosting. You're a rock star. VA3IMW, I'll be clear at the tail end. 7-3.
Okay, Mac. Thank you for that. And thanks for your participation as well as everyone else's, of course. Let's move down and see if Brad is still with us. VA3 Charlie Bravo uniform. Last call, Brad. VE3LDZ, Larry, last call.
I'll take 4 shots and 3 beers.
4 shots of COVID and 3 beers?
Sure.
A little tequila in there. Okay, Larry, thanks for sticking around with us there and being part of the AREG once again, sir. Okay, moving right along. VE3WKG, last call. VA3 Tango Mike. Tom, last call, Tom. VE3 Delta Juliet Zulu. Huey, last call, Huey. Okay, we already said goodnight to Bob XKV, and let's see if KKP is still there. Last call. Next is Flynn, VE3FJJ. Last call.
Hello, Chuck. Still here. Just wanted to say thanks for having the net. Awesome job. And hey, PDL, what's wrong with Guinness, man? Guinness is good.
There we go. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Okay, Flynn, thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate you checking in and sticking around. VE3FJJ, another one of our neighbors in the East End here. Next is George, VE3GBD. Last call, George. And second from last is Bob, VE3ITW, the second half of the Whiskey Brothers.
And sucking on a whiskey at that. Anyway, thanks for doing it, Chuck, and another great night, net, and we'll catch you next week, I hope.
Yes, sir. Same here. Thank you, Bob. We'll talk to you again soon. Enjoy the rest of the evening. And last but not least is Wade, VA3NCA. Last call, Wade.
Hi, Chuck. I'll test this theory out. I'm back home now, and I'm still in the same HT, but I have my antenna attached instead of the rubber ducky. So I don't know if it's maybe just low stations or if it's the antenna or a combination of both, but signal check here, and other than that, good evening, everybody, and another net. Successful Wednesday. Back to you, VA3NCA.
All right, Wade. Yeah, well, that time you were S9 plus. And so still a little bit of crackling there, but we can communicate no problem. Much appreciated, sir. You are check-in number 15. So I do thank you for that. Enjoy the rest of the evening, sir. It is time for me to wrap it up for another week of the Amateur Radio Exchange Group. Tonight marks week 1,444 weeks that AREG has been on the air. I'd like to thank everyone for participating in this week's AREG, and I look forward to hearing from you guys again next week. Until then, stay safe, have a great rest of the week, enjoy this beautiful weather. This is VA3CJZ saying 7-3 and good night. Thanks again.
So long, Chuck.